Hello, everybody. Welcoming Trang Brown here with us, who's another one of our members in the Oasis Box Club, and she's here to um, share with us a little bit about her experience with her kids and the box and all that. Welcome. Thank you for joining.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Okay, so we were having actually a very nice conversation right before I started recording, and she was just telling me about the box, and I'm like, wait, don't continue. I haven't recorded this yet. I want people to hear what you're saying. So I really appreciate your passion about the box and all of that. So but before we get into any of that, tell me a little bit about your life as a mom.
So, very busy. I have three kids. So, I have an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, and or 11-year-old, sorry, and a 13-year-old. And then we have actually, in the last 2 years, we've moved around quite a bit. We've had some just major life adjustments. So, we have actually moved 7 times 4 states in the last 2 years.
Oh,
So,
wow. That
yeah.
is a
So it's a very, very, very lot, but it's been good. So I'm blessed now that I get to stay at home, and my husband works full time, and so I get to take care of the kids in the house and do that. So it's been a change, but it's been a good change. So
yeah, moving around a lot and plus three kids. I mean, just the three kids is enough for you to be crazy busy. But yeah, moving is difficult as well. So that's an interesting actually concept. So I don't know how many of these movings were in between. I mean, from the time that you got the boxes and all that. But we can talk about that and how you handled that maybe if you want to. So why growing food? Like, why is growing food a thing you thought would be beneficial to do with your kids?
well, originally I'm from Arkansas, and we moved to Seattle for a season for about 5 years, and I grew up with the home garden fresh foods of the South,
Oh,
and I
wow.
loved it. It was great. And when I moved to Seattle, there it was a whole different dynamic of it, but it was all a lot of natural fresh products. But I've noticed the vibrance of it and the flavors of it, and it was like, how is it that both of these are homegrown and yet so different? And so I've always had a passion just to be able to grow my own vegetables and have my own garden, but not really knowing how to do it or where to start. And so, I've played around with things from time to time. Grow a tomato plant here or there, and some succeed and some don't. But it's don't give up, keep trying. And so that's just what kind of got me on the path. And then when I saw the Oasis Box online, I was like, what is this all about? And the fact that I could bring my kids into it and kind of pass that on and teach them. And believe it or not, my kids actually love their fruits and vegetables. They're big on just plain steamed broccoli. They don't need the cheese on top of it and all the
Oh,
flavors.
that's awesome.
And
That's
they love
awesome.
roasted. What am I thinking of? Brussels sprouts.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yes, yeah. And everybody's
That's
like,
not a
wait,
usual thing
kids?
for our kids.
Right, right. And so it was just, there's so many different vegetables and fruits and things that you can grow, and just learning how to grow those things and just trying new things. And that's what I've loved about the boxes is it's something different every month. And some of the things I'm like, wait, no, I would not. I won't eat that. But then we grow it and the kids try it and they're like, oh, this is different or this is good. And so it just opens us to new things, which has been cool.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, and the idea of because a lot of parents, well, not well, yes, a lot of them would like to grow with their kids so that they can encourage them to eat the fruits and vegetables, which is useful, which is helpful and works in many cases. But in your case, you were already into it, right? Your kids are already good, fresh fruits and vegetable eaters.
They are,
Yeah.
but I mean, you got to buy them from the store, and then
Yes.
if you stick them in the fridge or on a shelf, they get missed. You sometimes you don't think about it, you get busy. When you have a garden, which is something that we've been doing with you, what's nice about that is when they're out there watering and they're out there caring for it, as they see the fruits grow, they can pick it right then and there, take it in
Oh,
the house and eat it. And
Yeah.
so that to me has just been different, but and better. Like, you know what's in your product, you know what you're getting, and it's as fresh can be. So the flavors, are just amazing. And so
Yeah.
I've actually enjoyed that more. And I see my kids eating more fruits and vegetables because they're growing it. And then they've just, they'll go out there and pick a mint just to chew. Can I go pick a mint, Mom? And they'll just chew on it, and I'm like, okay, so
Why not? It's organic, because all our seeds are organic, and we recommend that you get your organic soil and all that. And that you haven't, sprayed it with anything, that it is completely safe and better and nutritious, and it's fresh. Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with you. Obviously, I'm biased, but I think, what, this is not, I think every parent would agree with that, right? So you
yeah,
don't have to be, a gardening parent to appreciate good and fresh and healthy and organic food for your kids. And as you said, a lot of parents don't know where to start, and they have this fear. You did have a little bit of experience, um, because you pushed yourself to try things, and you said, well, it's okay, even if it doesn't work, we're going to learn from it and go ahead. A lot of parents aren't like that. They're like, no, if it fails, and my kids are discouraged, right? So that's what we're trying to provide. Now, so I was talking to another parent yesterday, and she was like, the activity guide is what I really like, because I know that I'm not gonna go wrong with it, right? Because all the instructions step by step are there and all that. We had another parent who was talking about more the board games. She actually loved the board games of it. So as you know, there are many different things that we have in the boxes. If you were to choose one item out of everything. Oh, another parent was actually saying that she really loves her child really loves the coloring papers that
yeah,
come, because that's the first thing that they grab, and they start, and it starts the conversation, and then it grabs their attention into the other things that we have in the box. So which one of the items that you've seen that usually comes in the box, or maybe it's the surprises, I don't know. You tell me which one jumps out at you when you think about the one that you love the most?
I'm going to go off of from Jasmine's perspective, my
Right,
daughter.
right.
She, for me, I think it's the hands-on
Mm,
aspect. So to get the whatever seed and activity that we're going to be doing that for that month, like, I think that's her favorite thing. And having the instructions, just the step by step. I mean, and it's not, I love that it's not geared towards parents, where
mm,
it's an activity that we're doing and our kids are coming and helping us with it, but
right.
that it's a kids activity and we're assisting them. So it has a very different feel. And so it's more, they can take ownership of, this is my project, and mom or dad or grandparents are here to help me learn about this. And so really you kind of let them take the reins, which I love that. And the instructions are written in a way that, I mean, she's in second grade and she can read them, and I don't read them. She reads them and she tells me what we need to do. And
Absolutely
yeah,
fantastic.
and the different
Yeah.
parts of it are so simple that, even from like making the newspaper seed container pods. I don't remember how the wording of it. Um, but it's just folding paper, but it's something so simple but so useful. And just to be able to do that with her, like, she just loves it. So I like that hands-on, and the
Awesome.
instructions that come with it. I think those are her favorite. But I mean, every piece is beneficial, and we do every single piece. I mean, we go through the whole thing and make sure that we do it all, and she enjoys all of it. So
That's
there's
awesome.
never been anything that she's like, yeah, I don't want to do that. Like, she, okay, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? So
Awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Yeah. Yeah, and the fact that it's a kids project. That's the main, the central theme of this entire project, right? So that the kids are empowered, right?
yes,
And they're not like, okay, so I'm never going to be able to do this if my parents aren't able to do this, right? It's like
Right.
I can do it and they can help. Like there's a shopping list. They go get my stuff. A lot of the stuff, especially the seeds, are already in the box or come with the box, and it's there, and I can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Obviously I'm biased.
That's okay. You can see your passion and love for it, and
Oh yeah.
that's something that I appreciate. And when we watch the videos, even my daughter just loves that as well, to see that passion, that there is other people out there that are just as excited about the experience, and so that makes it all more the worthwhile of getting to do this with you. So,
Awesome.
and your
Awesome.
team, they're awesome.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I guess anything else that comes to mind? What would you say to a parent who's sitting on the fence and thinking, do I join? Because as you know, we are closing the doors. And there's like logistical reasons for that because we've been overwhelmed, and that's thrilling. We're really happy that a lot of people like the boxes, and they're referring their friends and family, and they're all coming in. It's just that the last minute enrollments really puts us on a, we don't know if you have enough material, all that. And we're a very small team, right? So we want to serve our members in a better way so that we can, order the material months in advance. We know our numbers and all that so that we can serve better. So we essentially, because of capacity, we have to close the doors. And as you know, the deadline is April 15th at midnight Eastern time. So if there is a parent who's sitting there thinking, should I join, should I not join? What would you tell them?
Um, for me, it was just it's a great experience. It's educational. Your kids are always wanting to learn something. So this is something that they can benefit, that your whole family can benefit from. It's providing healthy food, so it's a way to provide nutrition for you, and then the interaction with getting to spend that quality time with your kid. um, I couldn't change that for the world. I love that time. We're so busy in our
Right.
just schedules and everything, and so to know that, oh, the box is coming, and then the box comes, and it's just that set aside time that you get to spend with your kids, and just seeing the excitement and what they're learning. And I have actually learned so much from this as well. I think it's totally worth it to invest in it. Um,
Thank you. Thank you so
yeah,
much. Yeah, yeah, I appreciate you. And I've been watching, you and Jasmine. I know that you have three kids, but Jasmine's the one who really, really loves it and wants to participate in all that. And the other ones also, some every once in a while come in and join. But yeah, sometimes that's the way it is. Like there is one child who's really passionate about it. And that affects the other two as well. You might not see it right away,
yes,
but yeah, when somebody's passionately growing at home, that definitely affects everybody.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's
So,
a big age difference between them.
mhm,
So their activities are very different, as far as school activities and extracurricular activities. So
right, right,
sometimes a lot of that takes the older two away because they're so involved in sports and music and different things like that.
right, right.
And so there are times where they do help her, or she'll encourage them, well, come look at the tomatoes we're growing, or look at the microgreens, or or we have them sitting on the counter like, what is that? And, oh, well, Jasmine's been growing that. And so then she can explain, like, I don't even have to tell them. She can teach them and explain to them the process, or what we're growing, and you should try it. And she'll just take it right off the vine or right off there, cut it, and just hand it to them and be like, here, and so they get to experience it as well, just in a different way. So like you said, they all do get to benefit in some form or fashion. So it's
Yeah.
been really awesome.
Awesome. I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, so I hope that we see more of you in the group. And I've been really enjoying the pictures, and you actually sometimes even share videos, which are really really exciting. Yeah, I've been watching. I'm always like, that's my place. Like the group is my place to go in, and yeah, I haven't been involved in it actually lately, and that's because we're closing the doors and we're so busy and all that. But yeah, in normal times, I really go in there to have fun and relax and just watching the videos and the pictures and the sharing that happens, it's really enjoyable. And I really appreciate you and all the other members, and you guys keep me going.
Awesome. Thank
Yeah,
you.
whatever comes my way. I always know that there are people who appreciate the boxes and are looking forward to them, and the kids are excited to get them and all that, and that keeps me going. And so I appreciate you very much, and thank you so much for spending your busy time with us, and sharing and sharing your
Yeah.
experience. I very much appreciate you.
Well, thank
Um,
you. I
yeah.
will say the Facebook group, I mean, that's just another added bonus that I have really enjoyed, because in there, not only are we sharing, but we get to see what others are doing. And sometimes they're expanding even past the projects. And so you really get to learn a lot about growing your own things. But you also there's so much interaction in there. And, if you're having a problem, if you do have something that just doesn't work as what you thought, being able to share that in that group and hearing the feedback and being able to try it again, or what did just troubleshooting, that has been that's been gold as well, just to have that interaction with other people and seeing, oh, look at what they're growing, or this is what it should look like, or just being able to have those pictures and those images and the interaction. So that's been really beneficial as well, and getting to hear
Awesome.
from you too. So
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it is for me too. I go in there selfishly to boost my own energy and refresh, but I'm really happy to hear that the members are also benefiting from
absolutely.
all that. Awesome. Great. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Trang. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you more in the group, and we'll be for sure interacting. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
absolutely. Thank
Okay.
you for
Okay.
having me.
Thank you. Bye
All right.
bye.
Bye bye.